Have you heard about Anchor? It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First off, it's absolutely free. The creation tools that they have allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so you don't have to worry about manually going and trying to figure out how to apply to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, etc. They will do that work for you. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. You can start earning right out the door. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Welcome to Two Geek Debate, where we argue and debate anything geek culture. Why? Because why the fuck not? We are your hosts, Justin
and Bob.
And this week, I'm going to be setting your ass off.
No, unless you're talking about Transformers 2, I don't think you can.
No, I think I remember a topic that should set you off way more than Transformers 2 does.
I don't think it's possible, but go ahead.
So, how does Superman not get noticed as being Clark Kent?
Okay, no, not the bullshit Hypno glasses.
Nope,
oh my God.
That's the original canon. It was in Superman 3 something. I want to say it was like 327. I can't remember the exact issue, but it's somewhere around there. They explain, and it's been since changed because of all the reboots and retcons and all that shit.
It was changed as soon as it was wrote.
That the reason nobody recognized that Clark Kent was Superman with glasses was because he took some of the windshield from his little space pod and made glass lenses out of them, and it amplifies the limited hypnosis powers that he has.
Bullshit. That is, oh my God. And you're talking to a guy who's read all the comics. I love them all. I'll accept Rainbow Batman. I'll accept Chip as Green Lantern before I accept Hypno glasses.
Except the pink kryptonite making Superman gay.
Oh, where did that happen? I missed that.
I could have swore that was one of the big things that happened when they started introducing the rainbow kryptonite.
Oh no, I totally missed that one. See, I'll sooner accept that. I don't care about that. But no Hypno glasses. It's just stupid.
Now, granted, in more recent incarnations, they have changed it, which is still an equally stupid ass reason.
No, you don't get it. I was reading for decades before you even read your first book.
Probably, well,
and I've never heard of Hypno glasses. That was the one that I had missed, and
you just blocked it out.
No, I hate you for ever introducing that one to me. And then we actually have that one here in the shop too, and I
kind of want to buy it.
Then please do get it out of my shop because I forget what number it is, and I want to burn it.
It's in the 300s. I remember that.
Yeah, no, that was no. See, Christopher Reeve, he was the best because you could actually physically see him being a bumbling idiot as Clark. And then when he becomes Superman, all he does is stop slouching and talk a little bit differently. And then you can honestly, I still know it's Christopher Reeve, but he pulls it off.
Yeah, like the whole slouching thing, like they kind of talk about, but you don't really see it in the movies though. Like in the comics, like that's the new explanation is, I just slouch over and act like a klutz. It's like, that just lends a whole new level of control that he has over his strength. Where if he's bumping into a desk, he's able to hit it with like the 0.0000001% of power to not just explode that fucking desk.
I don't know. I still think the Hypno glasses, I don't know why.
I agree. The Hypno glasses was stupid. But I'm more likely to buy that because it's a fantastical thing about a fantastical alien than, I have such control and restraint that I can bump into a desk and it not immediately explode.
No, I'd rather him walk around and kiss everybody every day and make them forget stuff.
Wait, that was the thing?
No, yeah, he has a superpower. It actually started in the movies. I don't know if it ever made it to the comics. But basically, Superman 2. He knocks up Lois Lane, and then he loses his powers because why not? Because Marlon Brando told him to. He said you can't have your powers. In other words, Kryptonians can't have sex and have superpowers at the same time.
Well, not on Earth.
So he took away the powers. They did it, and then he just walked back and then got the powers back again. But now he had to figure out how to make her forget about it. So he just basically French kisses her. And she forgets.
I mean, look, it's a super kiss.
I guess. I don't know. The best one was Robot Chicken when they did it because they had him doing it with everybody.
Damn.
Like,
I must have missed that Robot Chicken episode.
Yeah, it's funny. He's just kissing everybody. He's like doing something horrible to him and then kissing him and going, they forget. And then he starts telling the story in the Justice League break room. Everybody's there but Batman. And he's laughing about what he's been doing. And then you see Batman crying in the corner, saying that he thought he meant something to him. But no,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, the Hypno glasses, I don't know. There's some stupid stuff in comics, but that's the one that it did enrage me because I don't get it. I've never heard of it before, and I thought I knew everything. I thought I knew every form of kryptonite, well, with the exception of the pink kryptonite. I don't know where that one came from.
I don't know. If I had better reception here at the shop, I'd look it up.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I hope they never bring that back. Because, I mean, I'm a Superman fan, and there's a lot of stupid shit he does. Like, this is coming from...
flying around the world counterclockwise to reverse time?
Now, see, that's another bullshit thing, just for the movies.
Yeah, I admit, it's just for the movies.
No, he can travel back in time, but it's boring if he just would have just went pop and disappeared and went back in time.
It's better than trying to Ferris Bueller it.
No, it looked cool. It looks cool. You can't argue with it. You can argue with it's stupid, but it looks fucking amazing. But it's just because it just looks visually better. But all he did was because in the comics he was popping back in time all the time.
Yeah,
hanging around with King Arthur and everybody. But
that whole pre-crisis Superman having no limits.
Oh, the pre-crisis Superman juggled planets.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know how he did that, but
because writers.
Yeah. But no, I would sooner go with the movies because Clark Kent is the best one in the movies just because you actually believe Christopher Reeve because he puts on such a bumbling idiot act that if you didn't know already that he was Superman, you wouldn't think he was.
Yeah.
And that's the way they did in the movies, but in the comics, I forget how they do it now.
He slouches over and acts like a bumbling idiot. That's the current canon.
Well, actually, now they fixed it, too, and it's going to be stupid because I know they're going to one more day it, or he'll have to French everybody in the world. But he had a press conference where he told the entire world that he was Clark Kent.
Oh, shit.
And then his dumbass... Well, here's the thing. His dumbass says, oh, yeah, I'm still going to be working at the planet, too, even though now you all know I'm Superman. And I'm already looking at the things coming up.
Like, the thing is, half of his villains already know he's Clark Kent anyways.
Sort of. I don't know.
Luthor, it's always explained that Luthor fucking knows.
No, because, it depends on which Luthor. Because when they reintroduced him in Crisis, it was a great issue, and I wish this Luthor still existed. So he could pull the J. Jonah Jameson like he did with Spider-Man and just give him a look.
Still love that scene.
Yeah. But he paid an assistant to figure out who Superman was, and the assistant, fuck it, it's Clark Kent. shows him the data, shows him a picture of Clark Kent, everything. But Luthor fires her, and I think he even kills her or something, just because Superman shouldn't have a secret identity. Even though he just paid her to find out a secret identity, he just didn't like it. And that was like issue 2 of Superman.
Damn.
So right away, Luthor was saying, fuck it, it's not Clark Kent.
Yeah.
But that was, who knows, 60 Luthors ago? The way they change everything nowadays.
The way they change it, all the clones and...
Well, now he's a happy Martian. He's running around space, shape-changing everywhere. So now he can shape-change into the regular Luthor whenever they need him to be in the suit.
Oh, God.
But every other time he's walking around like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. He literally looks like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, like with white skin and everything.
Jesus.
Yeah, but...
So is it is he just like another version of like Martian Manhunter?
Yeah, actually, he somehow he screws with Martian Manhunter's DNA, and somehow I think he's a white Martian, maybe though.
Okay.
Because the white Martian are the evil Martians, and the green Martians are the good Martians.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense at all.
I mean, it's comic books.
Yeah, but then they got Miss Martian, and she's green, but she's really white. I don't know. It's stupid. It's some of the stuff you just got to.
I thought Miss Martian was John's niece.
Originally, she was just a white Martian. She hung around with the Teen Titans.
Yeah, because I only know Miss Martian from Young Justice.
Yeah, they might have fixed her for Young Justice, but when she originally showed up, she just showed up at the Teen Titans Tower and said, "Oh yeah, Martian Manhunter's, I think she said it might have been her uncle or whatever. But at the time, Martian Manhunter was nowhere around, so he couldn't refute
no
it.
verification.
Yeah, and then eventually she becomes outed as a white Martian.
Gotcha.
Which is just basically the same damn creatures except evil.
Different color. Yeah, and evil.
They're the Nazis because they put all the green ones in concentration camps.
Wow.
Yeah, it depends on which ones you read though. I mean, they're constantly changing them.
It's just Martian. You
can't keep up.
It's just the Martians' Days of Future Past.
No, sir.
Putting all the mutants in the concentration camps,
No,
killing
sir.
them.
Do not compare my Martian Manhunter to my X-Men. You will not mess with my X-Men on this podcast, sir. The movies, yeah, but not
the movies
comics.
are ass.
No, not all of them.
No, the fucking okay. I will give you the very first X-Men movie was bearable because it was the first one being done. They were literally trying something new, and it was the screenplay, if I remember correctly, was done by I hate when
well, it wasn't Brett Ratner. Oh no, who was it?
No, the original screenplay was done by the voice of Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, who was also the second Guyver in Guyver 2 Dark Hero.
Mark Hamill? I thought Mark Hamill was Guyver.
No, Mark Hamill was the scientist in the first Guyver who got turned into a cockroach.
I watched Sci-Fi Channel, and there was Mark Hamill, and he popped into a Power Ranger suit, and it was called Guyver.
No, Mark Hamill never got into the Guyver suit.
Oh, well, then who was the Guyver? Just some schmuck?
It was just some schmuck.
Oh. Well, see, now...
David Hayter, that's the name.
Wait, David Hayter, that sounds familiar for some reason. But, yeah, now I don't want to see Guyver. I actually have only seen bits and pieces
No, dude, Guyver is fucking awesome.
But it's not Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill's in it.
Yeah,
he's a scientist who turns into a cockroach.
That doesn't mean anything. Han Solo's in Fireball, and I never
want to see
that
movie
again.
So you know this and I know this, but a lot of people listening might not know this. Back in the 80s and 90s, if there was a B movie that they did not believe was going to make any sales, especially if it was an import from, if it was a movie being done based on a foreign franchise like Guyver is, they would get one well-known actor who's a little bit past their prime so they can get him cheaper, like Mark Hamill or Walter Koenig, bill them as the name, like they're the guy in the suit, they're the lead protagonist, and they're just like random schmuck number 8 in the list.
Wait, so which one did Chekhov do? I don't remember him doing the movie.
He didn't do
TV
Guyver's.
Shows, he was all over the place.
He didn't do Guyver's, but there was like a whole bunch of like just direct-to-DVD movies that say Walter Koenig in, and then whatever the fucking movie is. A lot of sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like he shows up for like 4 seconds, and that's it.
Oh. I'd never heard of the movies. I knew he popped up in Babylon 5 and everywhere else, but I didn't think he actually had
I always just
a
found
movie
it funny,
career
like,
at all.
The 80s had that, like, the 80s and early 90s had that weird thing where it's like, okay, our movie's not going to make shit unless we have some sort of name to fool people with.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, because even when they had the big names, it was still bad.
Well, I mean, because, like, yes, most times it was bad, but Guyver is like a cult classic, both of them.
I've only ever seen like 30 minutes of the first one.
Yeah, like the first one's
Not
it's a little slow to pick up, but you've got to get through at least to the beginning of the second act just for J.J. Walker.
Wait, are you talking about
Dynamite
J.J. Walker?
Yeah, he's one of the fucking aliens.
Guyver?
No, he's one of the fucking aliens.
Wait, how's he an alien? What's he look like?
Okay, so I can't remember what they're called, but the Guyver is an alien itself. It's like this little orb that has like the alien stuff living inside of it. It's kind of like a play on Venom, almost. It's Venom meets Power Rangers.
I thought he was more just a Power Ranger than anything.
It's Venom meets Power Rangers. The suit is sentient.
So he has a terrible accent?
No. Not that fucking goddamn it.
Sorry. It's just too easy.
We will be talking about that on another episode.
I know. Anyway, go ahead.
So it's like, it's a silver orb, kind of like Phantasm, except not deadly bald at a forehead.
I love Phantasm.
Dude, Phantasm was a fantastic series.
Although I missed the last couple of them.
So it's like this silver orb, and when it finds like a worthy host, much like the symbiotes, it just bonds. And if you survive the bonding, you have the power of one of the Guyver units. That's like what their race is, like the Guyvers. It started as a manga and an anime in Japan, and someone got the brilliant idea, hey, we can bring that over here. But instead of doing the standard thing of just like taking the material and redubbing it or Power Rangering it and using the old footage with some new shit shot in, and it looks just fucking weird, they did the whole movie from the bottom up here, or wherever the fuck they filmed it, but it was all in English. And they had J.J. Walker, Mark Hamill attached, a couple other like minor movie celebrities in there.
Yeah, like John Hader sounds familiar for some reason.
David Hayter, like I said, if you've played Metal Gear Solid games,
Oh.
if you've played the Metal Gear Solid games,
I played the one where you're the cardboard box.
that's all of them.
No, there's one where you're the cardboard box the entire time.
No?
Yeah. It's where you fight Wild Bill Hickok for the first time.
Wild Bill Hickok?
Whatever his name is. He's Solid Snake Senior. I don't know what the dude's name is.
Big Boss?
He looks like
what system?
He looks like Wild Bill Hickok.
What system was it on? Was it on the PlayStation 2, GameCube?
I don't know. It probably would have been a PlayStation.
Then that would be Metal Gear Solid, the first one. And yes, you can literally run around in the box as much as you want.
Yeah, that's all it was. I was a box the entire time, and all of a sudden I had to fight.
The voice of Solid Snake,
yeah,
that's David Hayter.
Oh, okay. At least I recognize the voice.
Yeah. So, and he's a fantastic actor, and he played the character of the Guyver in the second one, because you know how sequels go, they change out the actors because of bullshit. So basically you got the Guyver and you got the aliens. I can't remember the fucking names. The aliens are trying to take shit over, right? Standard sci-fi space war plot. Bad guys want to take over everything. Lone hero gets power and fucking kicks their asses.
Okay, so what are his superpowers? What are JJ superpowers?
When the Guyver activates, the ball, like in the middle of his forehead, it can shoot a laser beam that just like fucks everything up. It's kind of like Superman's eye beams. He can fuck shit up. He's got blades that come out of his elbows.
Heat vision, sir. Sorry, I can't let that one go.
Okay.
Heat vision.
It's still fucking lasers.
No. Eye beams, no. That's that Cyclops douchebag.
I forgot about your hatred of Cyclops.
America's hatred for Cyclops, not just mine.
So Guyver, he's got, the enhanced reflexes. Basically, it's like wearing an Iron Man suit.
Oh, okay.
So he's got like the enhanced reflexes, speed, strength boosts, the standard shit. He's got like predator vision.
Well, okay. Well, how did he find it? Like, did he just
the guy who was keeping it safe was, I want to say, his girlfriend's dad. And when the dad got offed, the briefcase got like opened or some shit, and she like picked it up or whatever. Didn't want nothing to do with her. So through some bullshit, he got it. And it just attaches itself to his fucking forehead, drills itself in, like it literally goes into his skull.
Oh.
And like it heals as it's going in,
yeah,
like Wolverine style. But yeah, it's like fucking embedded in his head now. And when he activates the unit, which at first is like a standard self-defense mechanism, like when Spider-Man first got the Venom suit, it was like a reactionary thing where it would just come out.
Yeah.
It's like that at first until he realizes, oh shit, I can control this thing. And then he realizes it's sentient and it's like trying to help him out and shit. And in the second one, he's got full control of it, and there's another unit gets found.
Now, did they only make 2 for America, or is there there's only Power Rangers where there's 80 of them in Japan?
No, there's only the 2 movies that were made here, and in Japan, it's only the manga and an anime from like the freaking late 70s, early 80s.
Oh wait, there's anime for it? I'm gonna have to look that up.
The anime is pretty fucking gruesome too. It's like badass.
Yeah,
like it's cheesy anime, but it's still got like those badass sequences to it.
Yeah, you're definitely not watching the Smurfs.
Yeah, you're not watching the Smurfs.
Yeah,
it's kind of like watching Battle of the Planets, but better.
No, nothing's better than G-Force, or is that?
It was G-Force.
Yeah,
G-Force was Battle of the Planets.
Nothing's better than G-Force, sir.
No,
just
dude,
for
Guyver is fucking amazing.
No, I would take. What is that awful?
Voltron.
No, the kid on G-Force, the real annoying bucktooth kid.
Gleep Gloop or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I would take him over Guyver any day, sir. I can't wait for them to make. They keep on saying they're going to make a Battle of the Planet, so I don't see why they can't. They make everything else.
Well, I remember about 8 years ago, somewhere on there, they tried to make a new series, and it was absolute dog shit. It was a 3D CGI series, and it was just garbage.
Oh wait, does it? But they did make it.
They made one. They was making another one. I don't know if it released or not because I wasn't.
Oh, they
keeping
released
up on
like
it.
an hour-and-a-half movie or something.
Well, no, the original one ran for like half a season before people were just like, "Get that shit out of here."
Oh,
it may have ran longer. Over
was
there,
it
but
bad
people
plots
stopped.
or just bad?
It was just bad all around.
Oh.
And again, if I had better service, I'd look them up. But I could have swore there was a more recent one for Battle of the Planets that came out. I'm not 100% though.
Well, I'm still pissed off that because Image had them as a comics. They had that, Thundercats, and He-Man all at once.
I'm surprised Image got that for the anime stuff, because normally Dark Horse got all the anime stuff.
Now they had them, and they even had like a Battle Cats. I'm not Battle Cats. Well, Battle of the Planets, Thundercats crossover. It was.
I remember Image having the Thundercats, and I liked what they did with it.
Yeah,
it was like a nice dark. It wasn't like a reboot. It's like they just continued the story.
But somehow they lost the rights again. I don't know how all that stuff works.
Oh, it's Image, man. It's fucking. Well,
no, I mean,
creator of Spawn. That dude he fucks shit up all the time.
Well, it's like Conan. I mean, Marvel lost Conan for all those years and finally got it back. Or the Shadow, who's been at this point has been in every single comic company out there. Marvel and well, maybe not Marvel. I don't know if Marvel ever had the Shadow. Marvel and DC shared Doc Savage, but I don't know if they shared the Shadow. But it's all because of those stupid creator rights that they have to keep on.
Yeah, you have to keep
rebuying them, I guess.
Yeah, because the way it works is you sign a contract because you're basically taking a risk on this property selling comics. It's kind of like how when Marvel had Godzilla, they had him up to a while. Now it's they just like fuck, we're going to keep the character even though we lost the rights. But it's called like Reptilicus or whatever.
Oh wait, when did they bring him? I never knew they brought him back.
Yeah. The issue after like they lost the Godzilla rights, so like he's still around, but he's just called Reptilicus now.
Oh, I knew they kept,
and he still pops up from time to time.
But I didn't know they kept I didn't know they kept the.
Yeah, they like changed him just enough to where it wasn't blatantly Godzilla.
Yeah,
but everyone at Marvel goes, yeah, that's still Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
We just don't have the rights to use Godzilla as a name.
See, I don't understand the whole rights thing. I don't understand why they can't.
Because it's so you have a contract, and most rights holders aren't going to give you a contract in perpetuity, which means forever. They'll be like, all right, you got 10 years to use this property. After that 10 years, we go back to the table and see if we can work something else out. The problem is most license deals like that don't last beyond that initial contract because interest starts waning, because the contracts generally cost a shit ton of money. So the reason, like one of the main reasons why, for instance, like Godzilla and Marvel Comics would have gone out is because the sales would have started dropping because they mass release. They just put them in everywhere they can find a place to put Godzilla. Boom, Godzilla. Boom, Godzilla. Boom, Godzilla. And then
that works for some of them sometimes.
Sometimes. It depends on the character. Like you do that with any anime property, it's going to fucking sell. You can put anime shit in America on lunch boxes, toys, trading cards. Yeah, you can. Dude, Dragon Ball's still fucking... Dude, there's a reason Dragon Ball came back.
No, I'm looking at the only merchandise I've ever seen for Dragon Ball right now, and there.
Well, to be fair, how much other anime shit is in the shop?
Oh, there's plenty. There's Lone Wolf and Cub.
Okay, that's a manga, and that's been out for like 50 years.
There's Gunsmith Cats?
The fuck is Gunsmith Cats?
Oh, no.
That's some shit I never even heard of.
No, not Gunsmith Cats. Dirty Pair Girls. But there is
Gunsmith. Okay, that's like 50% of all manga and anime.
Well, no, they're called that, though. Dark Horse did... okay,
well, that, again,
I swear there was a Gunsmith
Horse.
Cats, too. Maybe I'm the wrong guy to ask about anime. I know about Akira and Vampire Hunter D, and that's about it.
Exactly. Like, looking right now from what I can see, the only thing other than Dragon Ball that I see on the shelves, other than Lone Wolf and Cub, when the other side of the goddamn store, buried in the trade paperbacks.
No, it's got a manga section. Right next to Ninja High School and some other crap that I haven't read yet.
But on the actual merch wall, you have old Dragon Ball Z figures from the Buu Saga, one Yu-Gi-Oh figure, and one...
A life-size
and one canvas Naruto wall hang.
Life-size.
It's not life-size.
I don't know. It's bigger than the TV. I don't know. I don't know how big Naruto is supposed to be. I can't stand Naruto. I'm sorry. I only gave Naruto one chance, and it creeped me out, and I never wanted to see it again.
What creeped you out about it?
There's an episode where he's fighting against an old man, and then he changes into a schoolgirl. The old man gets a boner.
Anime nerds know exactly what you're talking about.
And then he couldn't fight anymore, and then
because that's a trope. So there's a trope with Japan and Japanese culture where promiscuously clad women are like kind of like how it's kind of saying how we see like babes in bikinis. It's like boner porn. It's the same thing.
I know, but if I'm fighting a babe in a bikini, I'm not going to...
But that's just it. You're not actually fighting that, and you think you're fighting me. Next thing you know, I transform into a sexy chick with big tits. You're not gonna know what to fucking do. You're getting a fucking boner real quick.
I would have saw you do it though. I would have said, "Hey, this."
But if you didn't know I could do it, and I just suddenly fucking did it,
okay, I would freak out.
And I suddenly turned into Selma Hayek.
I would freak out, but I wouldn't do the boner dance that guy did.
Okay, it's not a boner. It's the nosebleed thing is how.
Oh, he's bleeding from the nose.
Yeah,
too?
it's a nosebleed thing, and it may have got edited out for the American release, but it's a nosebleed thing. It's a common trope throughout manga, anime, and even in certain TV.
Yeah, well, I didn't see any of that in Akira.
It's a cultural difference thing.
And I was fine.
Dude, because Akira was like meant for adults that are like just waiting for the world to fucking end.
At no time.
And the anime for Akira was trash.
What?
Dude, it left out like 75% of the entire
story.
story.
You can argue content, but say you've never read the manga. Is it not a kick-ass movie?
Not really. I actually found Akira kind of boring.
Oh my god, I don't understand you. I can't.
I don't understand you.
I'd rather accept the Hypno glasses than the fact that you don't like Akira. It's perfect. It's got it's got mystery in it. The whole time you're wondering about those little Stranger Thing kids running around. You don't know why they're dying or what they are, and then at the end you finally get to see
little
them.
Genetic mutants.
Yeah, the Stranger Kid thing.
Yeah,
or Stranger Things.
Yeah, like they
kids.
explain that in the first like 5 minutes of the movie.
No, they don't. You don't know because you think when they bust open whatever container they have, you think they're gonna find all the kids alive, but they're all dead.
Yeah.
They're all like dead in bones. And then the dude becomes Mr. Jello Man. Yeah, and Akira kicks his little Jello pudding ass, whatever the hell he was turning into. I don't know what it was, but it looked amazing.
Akira was the Jello guy, by the way.
No, Akira's a motorcycle dude.
That's Kaneda.
Really? His name was Canada?
Kaneda, yeah.
No, I hear Canada when you say that. Are you sure?
I am positive, dude.
No.
I know my fucking anime.
So Akira was the little douchebag with the cape?
Yeah, Akira was the asshole.
Oh, well then...
That's why he's on the box art.
Well, anyway, red jumpsuit dude kicked his ass.
Canada.
Canada. Canada kicked his ass. But I don't know. It's a matter. I can see why it lived up to the hype. Like, I heard about this my entire life. I read some of the mangas that they did for Marvel Epic, and they were good. But I never actually saw the film until I think 2 years ago, maybe even last year. It lived up to the hype. I loved it from beginning to end. I wasn't bored at all.
Dude, I was so fucking bored in it. And I fucking got through all the fucking, I got through freaking Godzilla Resurrection. And that was a fucking bore.
Yeah, I can't go with you with the Godzillas because I've seen a bunch of them, but I can't remember any of them.
Well, this was the most recent Toho one.
Oh,
it
no.
It came out after 2014.
What was bad about it? Isn't it the one where they kicked the 1998 Godzilla's ass?
No, that was Final Wars from like 2004.
Oh, I don't know.
This came out in like 2015. No, so Shin Godzilla or Godzilla Resurrection, as we got it over here, was, whereas the original Godzilla movie was more a cautionary tale about the effects of war and nuclear weapons. It's like that was the whole thing. It was like Godzilla was the result of nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
This is what I got from it, as boring as it fucking was, because it's like 3 fucking hours long and like just nothing happens. Even when Godzilla's there, nothing's fucking happening. It's more, hey, if we keep doing all this expansion and killing the planet and shit and more stuff like this is going to happen and we're all just going to die anyways. And it's like, dude.
So
no.
wait, so it didn't have like little fairy 6-inch girls or anything like that?
Okay, that was Mothra and no.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it had, what did it have? Was he literally just sitting there watching people yap about the environment?
So the coolest thing about Godzilla Resurrection was that Godzilla mutates throughout the movie. He's basically like a Pokemon with like more evolutions.
Oh, what, does he start getting claws or something?
So he starts off as like this little fucking bottom feeder thing that he gets woken up, he comes to the surface, starts eating shit, transforms a little bit more. He's got gills and he's like sliding around on the
He doesn't
streets.
start off
He doesn't start off as the giant
fucking
he doesn't start off all big. Like he's still big, but he's not like Godzilla.
Please tell me he's not Godzuki with the stupid smoke ring.
No. No. So he comes out, he's like,
does he eat people at least?
I believe a couple of times he does. But so it's like he just keeps changing until you finally get what looks like a Godzilla form. He's like finally all standing up and shit after like almost dying like 8 times because he can't fucking breathe because he's got gills.
Oh,
so he starts out having gills and he's got to adapt.
I thought they gave him the bullshit giant man problem. Where,
No.
Scientifically, you're not allowed to grow over 10 feet without collapsing or bullshit.
No. It was like he had to adapt to every change in his environment.
Oh, okay.
So like it'd be like 15 minutes or whatever. He's like trying to adapt. So he disappears, comes back in a new form.
So he doesn't fight anybody?
No, there's no other monsters. He's just rampaging, just like in the original. The original they had no.
Yeah,
no.
I remember I've watched the original one, but I love it when he fights the monsters. I want to see him fight the monsters.
Well, that's what everyone came to expect from Godzilla movies, and I think that's why it kind of throws people off with Resurrection, is because it was supposed to be their first one in like a new line, and they were just trying to go back to roots with it, you know?
Yeah, but you think they could have introduced? Did they at least do a post-credit scene of Mothra saying, "What the fuck's that"?
No, not that I saw.
No.
But it's like at the same time, it was taking a different approach to the standard formula. Like they're like, all right, Godzilla's still going to be here, blah blah blah, but we're going to have him change and adapt as he grows, and then find a way to stop him because he still can't be killed.
Okay, well I got a question for you since you're the Godzilla expert. All right, in America, King Kong's our dude, and he's going to fight Godzilla, and that's fine. I can't wait to see that. Although I wish Samuel Jackson come back. I don't know how he'd come back, but it'd be cool. In Japan, is there ever a Gamera and Godzilla fight?
No,
even though
because
they're two different companies.
It's two different companies, but
I mean, manga or anything, they never go up against
not
each other?
to my knowledge.
Oh.
Well, they it's kind of a one-sided fight because Godzilla is like 200 feet tall. Gamera is 80 feet tall.
He flies though. He's got flame coming out of his ass.
Actually, you know what? You could. It wasn't an official thing, but Screw Attack did a death battle of Godzilla versus Gamera.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it just showed how overwhelmingly one-sided it was.
See,
yes, Gamera can fly, which is awesome, but Gamera has done nothing near the scope of what Godzilla can do.
All he's got to do is fly up into his eye with that flame, and bam, he's out.
No, because Godzilla's fireproof.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, well then maybe. Well, no, because technically Gamera would be gamma radiated fire, so it'd be super fire.
Which is only going to, strengthen Godzilla since he feeds on nuclear energy.
Oh, well then this is anti-nuclear fire. I don't know. They could do it.
They tried that with Space Godzilla. It didn't work.
But I never knew, as a kid, I never knew that they were separate, because when I'm watching it, we used to watch it after school. They would play all the old Godzillas and Ultraman and all that, and Gamera, and I never had any idea that they were separate till like years, decades later.
Yeah. So I can't remember the houses, but like Gamera went to like 3 different production houses. It just could never compete with Godzilla. It's like Godzilla put something out, Gamera got fucking kicked to the curb.
Oh, I know. Oh, wait, I got one more question for Godzilla. Or about Godzilla. Sorry,
that's fine.
I don't think he's actually a living being. In the King of the Monsters, because I'm eventually going to see it anyway, so you can spoil it for me. Does the armadillo dude show up?
Anguirus, no. So
I could have sworn I saw him in the trailer.
So Legendary has the rights to Godzilla, Ghidorah, Rodan, and Mothra. All the other Titans, which is what they're classifying these monsters as, are original creatures for their monsterverse, just in case they lose the rights to Godzilla and company.
So wait, Rodan is the one-head dragon and Ghidorah is the 3-head dragon?
Rodan is the flying pterodactyl. The red pterodactyl.
I thought they were just dragons. I don't know who Rodan is then.
Rodan is the one that lives in the volcano, essentially.
Oh, okay.
He's Rodan is meant to be the depiction of the Firebird from mythology.
Oh.
Like anytime you hear of the Firebirds or Quetzalcoatl, that sort of thing, or the flying god in the mountain, Rodan is supposed to represent all of that.
Okay, see, I've watched them all at least once or twice. It's just, as a kid, though, I don't remember half the stuff I watched as a kid.
Yeah, like I liked what they did with Rodan for this, because like he was finally a threat to something, because when he comes out of the volcano, like the back of his wings, like the bottom of his wings are just constantly smoldering and burning. So he's not just like this, because originally he was just super fast. He was like supersonic speeds, just gone, and just fucks everything up in his wake because of the boom that he creates.
Yeah.
Whereas now he's still kind of doing that because he is creating such drag behind him, but everything that's getting fucked up is also catching fire from the immense heat coming off of his wings.
And I'm guessing he's fireproof too. Are they all fireproof?
They're all fireproof. Like that's that's why no monster in Toho's universe actually breathes fire.
Well, what does Godzilla shoot out?
Atomic radiation.
Oh, just straight up radiation.
It's just straight up atomic lasers.
So wait a minute. No, we're talking. He's fighting other. What you say? 800 feet monsters.
Roughly the same size, 200 to whatever. Basically, whatever.
Feet,
they're
yeah.
all equal scale.
200
more
feet.
Or less.
Shoot them with a couple of radiation. What? They're going to get cancer in a couple of years? How does that hurt them?
Not all of them are radiation monsters. Godzilla is. All the other ones, like Rodan.
No, but what does this radiation breath do? Like, I can get hit with X-ray.
So, an X-ray is different than getting hit with, atomic, concentrated atomic energy. It's basically like taking the BFG from Doom, the Bioforce gun, or the big fucking gun, as they call it, and getting hit with it. You're fucked.
Oh, okay. I don't know. So I'm going to have to rewatch them all.
Like, the majority of it is the pressure coming out of his lungs for the breath part. That's why you see, like, shit like getting blown out of the path. But the destruction is just the pure heat of that atomic radiation.
Yeah, see, my memories of Godzilla is the first Godzilla movie and Godzuki.
Yeah. No,
I'm sorry.
Minya.
Not the first Godzilla. I mean, the first legendary picture Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
I know I've seen the original Godzilla, but I can't remember it.
Yeah.
Wait, he's not Godzuki? What is he?
So Godzuki was the Rankin Bass cartoon.
Oh,
the little flying bastard.
Oh, yeah. No, I like
that.
Him.
Was Godzuki.
That one I like. Who's the smoke ring motherfucker?
The smoke ring one is Minya.
Oh, well, you can keep him.
Yeah.
Hated that. I hated him as a kid.
Everyone.
I wanted him to eat them.
He is universally hated.
Okay, well, I got more Godzilla questions then. All right.
I'll talk Godzilla all day, any day.
The Matthew Broderick one, which everybody hates, said that he's like an amoeba and he just pops out more of them whenever he feels like.
That particular one reproduces asexually.
Okay, so where did
but that's also not Godzilla.
But where did Mimi come from then?
Minya. So it's never been confirmed in the Toho run whether Godzilla is male or female, or if any other exist. So it's believed, and this is where the 98 Godzilla got it from, it is believed that basically all the monsters in Toho's Monsterverse are asexual.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't hooking up a camera.
No.
And that's where Mimi
No, it's just like, because there's reptiles on Earth today, Komodo dragons, for example, who can produce without mating.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even imagine that.
They just lay eggs that are, they self-fertilize eggs.
It's still this.
Like just like there's frogs that switch between genders.
Yeah, I know. It just seems weird to me.
It is.
Because I don't imagine them. I imagine like
you just imagine everything having sex
where they're splitting up with each other.
Oh no, not like amoeba.
Like
no.
No, I know that's what I'm thinking of. But
and then later on in the '80s reboots, which was the Heisei era, I want to say, because each set of Godzilla films is a era for them. There was where they gave an actual backstory to Godzilla. He's a dinosaur who got mutated. Kind of like how they basically double dinosaured his ass.
I thought he got hit by the atomic bomb.
The original version. They reboot like every 20, 30 years. Like each era is a completely different version of the Godzilla tale. So like even Godzilla Resurrection, it's a whole new Godzilla, like nothing else exists before this one showing up.
Oh, okay.
So the Heisei era it's some sort of fucking dinosaur. Like, I think they call it like the Godzillasaurus or some shit like that. And it's like, oh, our Godzilla died. We got to go back in time and get a new one. So they go back in time, get a fucking egg.
Wait, who killed the first Godzilla?
He actually self-destructed.
I missed that one.
Yeah, it's like he starts because he's basically a nuclear reactor. He has a meltdown.
Well, what monster was he fighting that got him to self-destruct?
Oh, I don't remember which one. I don't want to say the wrong one because I know all the fucking nerds listening will tear me the fuck apart.
My favorite was always the robot one. I forget what his name is. Was it Robo Godzilla?
Mechagodzilla.
Okay.
Yeah, Mechagodzilla was the one that always comes back because he's a fan favorite.
Well, he's a machine too. I mean,
well, yeah. Well, the original one, the original Mechagodzilla is literally just that, a robot Godzilla. They built him to destroy Godzilla. My favorite is Kiryu, which is from the same era where they had to go back in time and snatch a baby. Is the one that self-destructed.
Yeah.
Wait, no. They didn't take that one. It was... They had killed the original Godzilla for that era with what was called, like, the zero hydrogen bomb or something shit like that, which just, like, sucks all the oxygen out of something and kills it.
Oh, okay.
So that was the only way they could do it, was suck all the oxygen out of an area. He can't breathe. Suck all the oxygen out of him, and he's dead.
So he basically kicks the monster's ass, and then they kill him.
Well, no, so, like, it was, like, the second or third movie in this run when they brought in Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
But this Mechagodzilla was made and constructed around the bones of the OG Godzilla.
Wait, he's a cyborg?
Yes. They fished out his bones, propped him up like you would in a museum, built the armor around it, brought it, powered it up.
There's got to be a reason for that. What's the end movie reason? Other than it's just fucking cool.
I think the end reason was to give it some form of skeletal structure and a big fuck you to the new Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
Saying, here, fight your daddy. But the best part was they had the pilot, but the pilot like flew in a ship, so it was like remote controlled.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mechagodzilla gets possessed by the soul of the original Godzilla and gets sentience.
Oh, cool.
So they start fucking they form this connection between pilot and OG Godzilla. And they it's just fucking badass because they can fight together. If something happens to her or her plane, Mechagodzilla's like, I got this because it's sentient. Godzilla takes over, starts using the fucking Mechagodzilla weapons and shit and just starts fucking everything up.
But wait, okay. They killed that Godzilla. Or is he the Godzilla that self-destructed?
I can't remember. It's one of the two. It's either the one that I want to say it's the one they killed with the zero hydrogen bomb. And just scooped up his bones and built it around him, and then whatever the new Godzilla was.
He came back to life?
Initially it was, or it turned on the humans. But then, she was able to reason with him, look, they're fucking shit up, not us. We need your help to kick their ass. And Godzilla's like, all right.
Oh, well, they're fucked. Okay, so
they reasoned with it, turned Godzilla good as Mechagodzilla, and now they fight together, and it's fucking amazing. At least for that run.
Okay, it does sound cool. Wait, they got rid of that one?
Yeah, well, when they rebooted the runs, that Mechagodzilla just exists in that continuity somewhere.
I always remember having him as a toy, and I didn't know what his origins were. If you watch the Netflix one, he's built by aliens or something.
Yeah, the Netflix one is its own continuity as well. That's one where, we got driven off the planet, we come back 10,000 years later. There's a smaller Godzilla than a fuck-off giant fucking world-ending Godzilla.
Okay, have you seen all three of those?
No, I've only seen the first one and parts of the second one.
Okay. Because I watched 20 minutes of it and I loved it. And I don't know why I haven't gone back to watching it again.
Yeah. The anime style throws me off a little bit. The first one, you have to treat it like a Godzilla film, where you're not going to expect to see the monster for a while. And
I was wildly entertained. I mean,
it holds up on its own as a Godzilla movie following the Godzilla formula. I don't know about 2 and 3 because I haven't gotten through them, but the first one holds up as a Godzilla movie.
So I'm going to have to rewatch it again because
Except they have more monsters roaming the earth.
Yeah. I started watching it and I stopped watching it for, life reasons, I guess.
Yeah, it's got the human drama. That's standard Godzilla. You have the human segments and you have the monster segments.
But see,
and eventually the two collide.
Does that get better later on?
Yeah, the early stuff is kind of camp, but later on, when they get to one of the eras where they just say fuck it, we're tired of these monsters fucking everything up, and they start creating mutants. They basically make their own superhumans. They Captain America this shit.
Oh, cool.
So they have what's called, I think it's called the M Force, which is the mutant force. And these guys can just run in and just punch monsters in the face.
See, that
they're
sounds
normal
so much
sized
more-
humans, but they're like injected with I think they call them G cells, which grants them like limited superpowers. Like they have enhanced reflexes, strength, da 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 da, and they don't have to worry about getting one shot by a fucking monster.
Oh, okay.
Like every other human on Earth, there's like it's like a small force of them because it's so hard to get the G cells and find people who are compatible.
Yeah.
Because basically, I want to say it's explained that due to the increased exposure to the monsters, certain humans are already starting to develop resistance to like the effects, like the continued low level radiation everywhere, just all destruction. Like humans are adaptable. And so there's a small percentage of the human race, the Japanese race, that can accept these cells and mutate from it. So that's what they do.
That leads me to another question, too. See, you keep on talking, I keep on thinking more. I know there was the awful Perry Mason one.
The awful parrot, what?
The Perry Mason, the American Godzilla. Godzilla 1980?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
From when I
Where
hear-
they just took the footage and then had Perry Mason.
And, of
scenes,
course,
yeah.
there's Matthew Broderick one, which I
it's
liked as a movie, but
that one's
I
it's a
recognize
guilty.
it's not a
Yeah.
good Godzilla
It's a guilty pleasure movie of mine.
Yeah.
Like it's a good monster movie.
But the official canon, did they ever go past Japan?
Ish.
Is there ever like American
Like-
monsters or France monsters?
Well,
or
there
anything?
was Godzilla versus King Kong, the original,
Yeah, I remember
where
that one.
King
That
Kong
one I
takes
do
a
remember.
tree and rams it down Godzilla's throat,
Yeah.
which I hope is in the new one. Like just for the pure fan service of seeing the new Kong just run by, scoop a tree, and just shove it down Godzilla's mouth.
Wait, okay, so how does the original one end?
King Kong wins.
In all versions?
There's only the one version.
Okay.
So that's a myth that even
Yeah.
I believed as a kid was that there was two versions. We had the American version where King Kong wins and the Japanese version where Godzilla wins. There's only the one, and it's King Kong wins. I mean, it's more or less a draw, but King Kong wins.
Well, he just knocks Godzilla out. He doesn't kill him, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he wins the fight and just says peace and fucking bounces
Yeah,
out.
what was the motivation for King Kong to even fight him? King Kong was just bored?
They just showed the fuck up and like, oh, hey, fuck you. No, fuck you. And they just fight.
Oh. It wasn't
Like,
like...
it's okay. It's also been
See,
like 15 years since I watched
I
that
know,
one, but
I've seen it too as a kid, but I'm just... As an adult, I'm reimagining the end of King Kong. He gets to New York, and then all of a sudden, fucking Godzilla pops around the corner, and then they fight.
that would be pretty cool.
That's the one I want to see in the new one.
Well, the new one is so Skull Island takes place in the right after like World War II or Vietnam or one of those. I think it was Vietnam.
It's Vietnam, sir. How dare you?
Look, I saw it when it came out in like one other time.
Yeah, you see those helicopters, you know it's Vietnam.
All right, Vietnam.
You know it's movie Vietnam. Let's put it that way.
Fair enough. So that Skull Island takes place in movie Vietnam. The current Godzilla movies are basically to date. Like the year they come out is the year shit's happening.
Yeah.
So figure 1970s to 2020, that's 40, 50 years?
Yeah, because they dropped the line about, oh, he's still growing, like they
Well,
do. Like the first time they ever see him, they're like, oh, I think he's still growing. It's like, fuck you, you don't know anything about this guy.
Actually, they do.
How do they know? Oh, that's
The
right. John
natives.
Goodman knew something, but he
Not just
died too
Monarch.
quick.
No, the natives that live on the island
Yeah.
that John C. Reilly was staying with, they know.
They weren't talking to the natives, though.
John C. Reilly was.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. See,
He was living there for 40 fucking years.
please tell me he comes back in King of Monsters.
Not in King of Monsters. He might come back for Kong versus Zilla.
Yeah, because maybe he's got all that radiation from King Kong, and that he can survive.
Well, King Kong's not radioactive.
Well, whatever.
He's a natural occurrence on the island.
Bring me back John C. Reilly because he was one of the best parts of that
He
film.
was. He was.
Or
But
just do that stupid ass Wonder Woman thing. Oh, I look exactly the same, but I'm his
twin.
grandson. It's like, fuck you.
so with that, so in King of the Monsters, and spoilers, there is a scene where they show more of the cave paintings,
Yeah.
and it shows an ancient battle between a Godzilla and a Kong, and they're about the same size in the cave.
Oh,
painting.
okay. So it's like a WrestleMania thing. They got to do it every once in a while.
Well, it's because the alphas have to fight to see who's going to remain alpha or become a new alpha. Like, that's the whole thing of King of the Monsters is Ghidorah comes back to become the alpha again.
Oh, okay.
Because that's an ancient feud now. And it actually lines up with the original Godzilla movies. King Ghidorah was always an alien who came down to challenge Godzilla to take over the fucking
I'm
planet.
just wondering how, if King Kong's got to go to 200 feet tall, how the hell is he going to get off the island? Like, I mean, they can't pull him by boat. So is he just going to walk into the ocean like...
Well, they could do like they did for the original, like the actual King Kong movies. They trank him, put him on a boat. Or he's a fucking ape. He can swim.
No, actually. Didn't you see the other Matthew Broderick movie, Project X? They can't swim.
Gorillas can absolutely swim.
Apparently
Chimps
not.
swim.
Are you calling Matthew Broderick a liar, sir?
Fuck yes. I'm
Project
calling that
X.
movie a liar.
Well, okay. Well, why can't a chimpanzee swim then?
They can.
Apparently not.
They can learn to swim.
Oh, okay.
Like, we've got video evidence of chimps learning to swim. It's not like graceful or anything,
I've
but they
only
can.
ever seen Project X once. I just remember a chimp dying by drowning or something like that.
I mean, well, it's like a
Or
human.
no, Matthew Broderick has to swim out to save him.
Humans aren't born knowing to swim. You throw a fucking 4-year-old in the water, they're fucking drowning.
I don't know. If you watch
Same thing with a chimp. If you don't teach a chimp to swim, if he can't figure out himself, he's going to fucking drown.
I guess.
Because I remember, Kong is way more intelligent than most animals on this planet.
Yeah.
So, like, for him, it's like, okay, I'll just backstroke with a fucking log under my neck.
And I'm guessing they're just going to fight because it's instinct.
Oh, okay, so King of the Monsters establishes that there's a pecking order to the Titans. And when Ghidorah came back, they have like this, like their calls are, they have a frequency to them that resonates with the other Titans. So it's similar to how in like lions, they can establish their dominance with their roar. The roar tells everyone else in the area, don't fucking come here unless you want to fight. And other lions are either going to say, all right, and leave, or come in and give leadership to this lion.
Well, did they ever do like a flashback scene where he's fucking up Atlantis or something? If he's been around.
No, he actually lives in Atlantis.
What, Godzilla did?
Godzilla lives in Atlantis.
He was just kicking back on a recliner in Atlantis?
He was worshipped as a god. And when Atlantis sunk, which they kind of allude to it happened because of one of the fights with the Titans, Godzilla just stayed where he was worshipped. So whenever he needs...
Why don't Japan just throw him a couple cows as a doggy treat or whatever, and then he'll be all right? Why does he keep on attacking Japan?
Well, no, that's old... The current continuity of the legendary ones show that. Show that Godzilla's sticking around in Atlantis. That has nothing to do with the Toho line.
Oh, okay.
The Toho line, in the Mothra trilogy, which is a standalone thing that Godzilla's not even a part of, it's just 3 Mothra movies.
How the hell did Mothra get its own movie?
Because Mothra was fucking popular as shit.
I mean, before Godzilla?
Well, she first appeared in Godzilla, and she was so popular, she got a trilogy. Rodan even has a solo film.
Oh, okay. I know. It's another thing I probably watched as a kid. I watched so much TV as a kid.
Like, Stars used to air them, like, every weekend.
Yeah, when I was growing up, too, everything was on cable all the time. Yeah. So they were replaying everything. I don't know. I've probably seen every one of these Godzilla movies, and I just don't remember. At least the old black and white ones.
Yeah. The old black and white ones are a little weird.
The worst one was the one I do remember was the stupid... It wasn't Godzilla. It was the Invisible Monster.
That one I don't think I've seen.
There's a Invisible Monster one where it's so awful. You can't see it, but there's a scene where there's literally a Tonka truck that just gets pushed over on its side, and you hear the monster go, "Rah," or whatever.
Nice.
And then
I've got to find this one now.
Over. Yeah, it might just be called the Invisible Monster. I don't know what it's
like,
called.
I've seen some bad monster movies. Like, there was one from... like the heyday of just like stop motion and puppet animation.
Yeah.
Called The Claw. And it was about a giant fucking vulture, and the puppet was so fucking bad.
Oh, it sounds familiar, but
it's like the most iconic scene that everyone has seen is where they actually see the claw, part of the claw. There's like a plane flying with like the main cast, and they're talking, and they hear the call of the claw. And then the camera suddenly shifts to outside the plane. And so the plane's like this big.
Yeah.
And the bird's head is just like this.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, it's hilarious, and it's such a bad movie.
Well, see, I love some
but
of those
it's an
American movies.
It's American monster movie, so I have to watch it.
American monster movies are great. Like, my favorite is Was it Them? Yeah, Them, the Ant movie.
Yeah, Them from the 40s or 50s.
Yeah, that was so great because they set up an actual plot with a mystery. You didn't know what. Well, if you saw the poster, I'm sure they had ants on it.
Yeah, it said Them, and it was like the small people like looking up and just an ant.
Yeah, okay. Well, when I originally
them.
watched it on cable, I was just flipping around, I guess, and I was watching. I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And I'm loving it.
Yeah, well, like that's how they had to sell the movies back then, because that was the shit that just went straight to the drive-in for the teens wanting to get some nookie on.
But it had a good plot.
Yeah, no, it did.
Mystery and everything.
That had a good plot. Attacking a 50-foot woman had a good plot.
Oh, well, I was about to attack a 50-foot woman
for different reasons. I know,
whole other reasons.
The Blob had good story.
No, the Blob had Steve McQueen. That's all you needed. I think he's the only one that ever became a star out of all of those monster movies.
Clint Eastwood.
Really?
Clint Eastwood got his start in a monster movie. I don't remember which one, but in Back to the Future Part 3, when Marty changes into his Wild West clothes, when he comes out, on the wall are two posters. One of them is whatever that sci-fi movie was that Clint Eastwood was in.
See, I'm going to have to look that one up, because I knew about Charles Bronson being the House of Wax guy, or whatever that was. But I didn't know anything about Clint Eastwood being...
That was like his first role was in a sci-fi film.
Was it a big role, or is just...
I want to say it was going to be a small role, but they did pay that homage to him in Back to the Future.
Well, you got to remind me at the end to look that up.
Yeah.
Or actually, wait a minute, I got service. Because, see, I'm sorry, I'm a huge Clint Eastwood fan.
Yeah, it's like his first or second role. If you just IMDb it, it's like the only sci-fi film he was in. He did like 3 things before he got into westerns.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Jesus, that's going to be...
Yeah, you're gonna have to scroll for a bit, my guy.
Yeah, but I don't know. I need to see King of Monsters before King Kong comes out.
That comes out. I want to say because it got pushed back because they had to redo some shots, some CG effects shots. Because they did a panel at Comic-Con. People didn't care for it, so they pushed it back and they're going to do some changes.
How could they? Because the CG in the first Godzilla looked amazing. How could they get it worse?
It's not that it got worse. It's the scenes that they showed, which were going to be like pretty big in the movie, didn't react well. They basically used the Comic-Con screening audience as their test audience, and when they got the reviews, it did. Like people were audibly booing, so they went back and they changed shit. Yeah, they fucked something.
How can it have been that bad?
I wasn't there. I can't afford to go to Comic-Con. I mean,
the first Godzilla, when you saw him for the 20 minutes he was on the film, looked great. King Kong, who was a badass who showed up for the entire film. I mean, there's literally moments where the camera tries to move away, he just grabs that shit and puts it right back on and say, "Hey, motherfucker."
Okay, well,
it's my
talking about Skull Island or the Peter Jackson?
Skull Island.
Well, look, I mean, the Peter Jackson one, he was in it like non-fucking stop.
No, Jack Black. Although I will give you this.
Jack Black was good in that movie. He was better than fucking Adrian Brody in that movie.
Because Jack Black was a director. And he was making a movie, right?
Yeah.
And that was his job.
He was making a movie inside a movie.
His job was he was making a movie. Unlike Kick-Ass, who's a bomb diffuser.
Oh, my God.
Who refused to do his job and takes a nap.
The fuck you talking about refusing to do his job?
He did. He like... Okay, he's like me trying to dispose of a bomb. I tried. I touched it. I can't do anything. I'm going to take a nap and blow up.
He didn't take a nap. It's called he had to manually activate it and it had like 10 seconds left. You're not getting out of the radius of a 10-second timer.
I don't know. By the end of that movie, I was enraged so much. But I still want to see King of Monsters.
Yeah, King of the Monsters.
Because he's dead, right?
Yes.
They Jar Jar binked his ass.
Yes, the only one who returns from the original movie is, and I always forget, Ken Watanabe.
Well, yeah, because why is he famous again?
I don't know. Pick a film he's been in it.
No, I mean, is he famous from like the original Godzilla? I know there's some reason that everybody should know him. And
well, Ken Watanabe has done like all sorts of the old like kung fu type movies. He basically came up in the ranks around the same time as Chow Yun-Fat.
Oh, okay.
So it's like he's known for doing just movies and being a phenomenal actor. He's just been in so much shit. I just can't place like he's one of those guys who he's in a lot of shit, but you can't place it.
Yeah.
So
okay, I see. I knew.
Yeah, he's just one of those type of guys. But he's like really well known, and whatever he's in, he gives a fucking excellent performance.
Wait a minute, what the fuck? Clint Eastwood's in Casper.
Wait, which one? The Christina Ricci '93 one?
Yeah. No way.
Probably. It's probably just like a throwaway line, kind of like Dan Aykroyd's in it as a Ghostbuster for like 4 seconds.
I love that. I love that.
And Father Guido Sarducci.
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about him.
It's probably something like that where he's like shows up for like 4 seconds and disappears.
Yeah, it says uncredited.
Yeah.
Oh, Revenge of the Creature must be
That's
the one
probably
you're
it.
talking about. I finally got to it. How the fuck does he only have 71 credits?
Because that's for his acting. It's not including his directing and everything.
No, but I mean, like Charles Bronson has like 200 or something.
Well, because it's fucking Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson never turned down a paycheck.
I know. He's in a couple of Half Gun World Travels, and
Yeah.
he's in some monster movie, but I can't remember what it is, where I think he's the good guy in it. Or no, he's the killer. Or something, I don't know. All I know is Charles Bronson's awesome.
Yeah, I have no problems with Action Bronson.
No, so you don't call him Action. He's Mr.
Action Bronson.
No, his name is Mr. Bronson, sir. No, there's a great YouTube channel with that where it has just like 30-second clips of all his movies. My favorite though was the one where he's some kind of fur trapper that killed the wrong deer or something. I forget what it was. And all of Canada is trying to catch him. It's based it's based off a real guy too. The Mad Trapper or something like that's what it's called. But there's a perfect scene where he's in his he's in his cabin, and they shoot it all up and everything, and they think he's dead. They go in to check him, and meanwhile somehow he fucking dug a hole in it. And the first guy that pops in, all he says is, "Welcome," and they blast his ass with a shotgun. And it's one of the greatest Charles Bronson moments. And I think either he stole that from Josie Wells or Clint Eastwood or vice versa. But it was I don't know. I've always loved Bronson.
Yeah.
Although he's made some bad movies.
Everyone has. Like you do that many projects, you got some stinkers.
Yeah. But see, I thought Clint Eastwood
same with Clancy Brown and Ron Perlman. They've been in so many things. Like they've got some stinkers.
Name one bad Ron Perlman movie. You can't.
Actually, I can't think of it, but I watched it recently, and I only watched it because he was in it. And he plays a religious school headmaster, but the school is haunted by a student that he failed to save.
Okay, that already sounds amazing.
No, it sounds amazing, but he fucking dies like a half hour in.
Oh, I bet he comes back as a ghost and kicks the other ghost ass?
No, he does nothing. And I love Ron Perlman.
Well, who kicks the other?
The fucking students.
Wait a minute. Okay, so you're telling me you went to go see a movie for an actor who dies in 30 minutes.
And it sucked.
And then he's replaced.
No, he doesn't get replaced.
Well, no, but I mean, then your focus is on all these other horrible actors that you could care less about them, and you're really only waiting for the ghost to show back up again.
No, I wasn't waiting for the ghost. I was pissed off that they killed Ron Perlman, and Ron Perlman's not kicking ghost ass.
Wow. Now you
like Clancy Brown was kicking demon ass in Hellraisers.
Now you know how I feel
about Transformers 2?
Godzilla.
No.
Because Bryan Cranston, when he jumped off the bridge because he wanted to get off the film and killed himself.
I went to the 2014 Legendary Godzilla understanding they're not going to pull a 1998 and fuck this up. They were going to follow the Godzilla formula so that they didn't piss off Toho so that they can continue making movies.
But why do you kill the most interesting character and better actor than Kick-Ass?
Because you don't want to pay him for a sequel.
There was Kick-Ass and Scarlet Witch, right? Those two?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Never again. Never again.
But you don't go for Kick-Ass and fucking...
exactly.
Yeah, I didn't go for that. I went knowing, okay, they're going to have the human drama bullshit. They're going to try and stop Godzilla because Godzilla's a fucking force of nature. And Godzilla's going to come out, probably fight a monster. I mean, who he was because of trailers. And then it's going to end. Then the next one, Toho's going to be like, all right, you did good. You got green light.
I'll give you this, though. I think I love Kick-Ass. I haven't seen Kick-Ass 2
Kick-Ass 2 was okay.
Although
Jim Carrey was the best part.
Yeah, that's mainly the part I want to see. But his only other movie that I remember him being in, Avengers 2.
Avengers 2.
I applauded when he got shot. So it might just be the actor.
To be fair, I didn't like Quicksilver either.
No,
I just don't like Quicksilver, period.
No, the special. No, I know you hate the costume, but you can't argue. That
I hate everything about the Fox Quicksilver.
But his speed scenes are the best.
So fucking stupid.
No. Okay.
No, they're like, hey, just stand still and just wave your arms like this, and we're just going to animate everything around you.
Okay, when they blow up the X Mansion and he's saving the goldfish and giving Pizza Dog the pizza, which was stupid. I guess that's a meme. I don't know why that was in my X-Men. I love that. Because, okay.
Now look,
you got the rhythmic song
I know I'm in the minority for the whole Quicksilver hate, but I can't fucking stand the Fox Quicksilver.
If you had a choice, and this was it, God came down and said, hey, you only got 2 Quicksilvers to choose from.
Send me to hell.
The rest of eternity.
Send me to hell.
No, he said, if you pick, no matter which one you pick, you get to go to heaven automatically, and you'll never have to see him again.
Send me to hell.
Which one would you pick?
Send me to hell.
No, you're going to heaven.
No.
I
will refuse to I will refuse to pick and take hell.
You wouldn't be, you get your own planet.
Nope.
Filled with
We're not a Scientology. We're not Scientology.
No, that's Mormon, sir. How dare you? Don't bring Tom Cruise.
They're both fucking dumb.
Don't put down Tom Cruise, sir.
They're both fucking dumb.
Yeah, but Tom Cruise makes some great...
No, Tom Cruise makes bullshit.
No, Mission Impossible.
I will give Tom Cruise the following props. The motherfucker still does his own stunts.
Yeah.
I will give him that.
I'm talking about just the Mission Impossible movies. I'm not talking about anything else that he's made.
I don't like them. I've never liked the Mission Impossible movies. I can't, because it's fucking Tom Cruise and he fucking ruins everything.
No, but he does.
Yes, he does his own stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so does Jackie Chan, but I can still enjoy a fucking Jackie Chan movie.
Oh, there's some, not Rush Hour 3.
Dude, I will watch Rush Hour 3 on repeat rather than watch any of the Mission Impossibles again.
Poor Chris Tucker.
I mean, poor Chris Tucker. He's the reason it sucked.
Exactly. He used to be good, though.
Yeah, and then he found religion. Because he, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was from rehab.
He found religion because of Fifth Element, probably. He has a lot to atone for in that movie.
No, dude, I loved his character in Fifth Element.
I know, but I mean,
awesome.
That is the... Probably his preacher saw him do that role and said, hey, buddy, you need to come do some prayers with me or something.
Damn, dude.
But see, I loved Chris Tucker from that, and then he did an awful movie called Money Talks, which I still enjoyed.
I think I've only seen parts of that.
Yeah, it's with Charlie Sheen. It's not that great, but he makes up for it. And I love Rush Hour 1 and 2, but I was excited for Rush Hour 3.
Yeah.
No.
Like, I still enjoyed it. Was it as good as 1 and 2? No, because they had to change everything around Chris Tucker.
I think, unless I'm messing it up, the only thing I did like about Rush Hour 3 is they had some kind of scaffolding fight.
Yeah, there was a scaffold. I want to say that was 3. I want to say 3 had the scaffolding fight.
Know. Yeah, I don't know. It was such a disappointing movie. And I love Jackie Chan. Yeah. What's that? Forbidden Kingdom is one of my favorites. And I can't wait till they make another Shanghai. I love both of those.
Yeah, it would be good to have another one of those.
Well, you know,
I don't think we're going to get one, but if we do, it's going to be a reboot.
Come on, what's Owen Wilson doing nowadays? Nothing.
Actually,
Wes Anderson doesn't even use them
He
anymore.
just signed up for one of the Marvel projects for Disney Plus.
Really?
Yeah, for Loki. He just signed for Loki.
Oh, see, now I'm interested. And maybe he'll be. I don't know who.
It said he's going to be a major role in Loki.
I would have to say.
I have no idea. I don't know anything.
He'd have to be Balder the Brave. That's the only thing he could pull off, because he's the nice guy. The one I'm waiting for is when he doesn't have a career anymore, and he has to turn evil, and he turns into a serial killer or something. I want to see that movie. Because think about it, his whole image is just the nice guy.
Yeah.
In every single film, he's the same guy, and he's a likable guy, so I don't mind that.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see him. Well, maybe he can become a haunted car and run people over in Cars 4. Because I'm hoping
Cars 4, where Lightning McQueen just dies in the middle of a road and he's now a ghost car on the highway.
Yeah, and don't put it out in Disney. Make it 20th Century Pictures, just like they're going to do with Deadpool. Just make Cars 4.
I'm still waiting. Oh, it's not Fox now. It's called just Searchlight Pictures. They dropped the Fox 20th Century from it. Well, because
Pictures. That sounds familiar too. I thought they used to have that.
Well, the Searchlight was 20th Century Fox.
They called themselves Searchlight Pictures.
Searchlight was the offshoot that still used the.
Oh, okay.
But no, the reason they dropped 20th Century Fox is because they don't have Fox News and they don't want to be associated with that shit.
Oh, okay. I thought...
Yeah, so they just changed it to
I saw a meme
Spotlight.
of 20th Century Pictures, and I thought that's what they went with. Searchlight is pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, because they used to have Touchstone. Same thing. I'm just hoping that they do good. I want to see them make some rated R movies. Make some good ones.
Honestly, that the best... Like they've already said they're keeping Deadpool as is because Ryan Reynolds is still putting up most of the money through his company.
You know what they need to remake? If you're talking Disney, they need to remake Black Hole as a rated R movie.
I don't remember Black Hole.
Oh, you don't remember the Black... Oh, my God. Well, you know who Roddy McDowall is?
Vaguely. If you name some stuff they've been in, I'll probably remember.
It's too late. Sorry. If you don't know who Roddy McDowall is...
Motherfucker, there's so many people that I watch.
No, I mean, you come from a totally different generation. My generation had no idea... I mean, no choice but to know who Roddy McDowall is because he was in everything. It got crammed down my throat.
Again, give me some of the things that they've been in that I may have seen.
Oh, the best Twilight Zone ever.
You know I don't watch Twilight Zone.
Well, it's called People Are Like All Over, and he was basically he was an astronaut that went to Mars, but he was like real nervous and he didn't want to meet the Martians. And then his buddy goes, "Oh well, they're just like us. They're just like people." And of course, his doofus sidekick dies, and the Martians take him in, and then somehow the Martians give him a condo. And he's sitting there, and everything's great, and it turns out he's in the zoo. And then, so people are like all over.
Okay.
People are
I
dicks.
know who you're talking about now.
Yeah.
I just looked it up.
Yeah, Roddy McDowall. Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
I know,
Planet of the
but
Apes.
you don't like Planet of the Apes, though.
I don't, but I know.
Yeah.
Fright Night.
Oh, yeah, I should have named
Lassie
Fright
Come
Night.
Home. Yeah, if he would give me Fright Night, I would have gone, oh, hell yeah.
Get out of here with Lassie Come Home.
Yeah, he was in Lassie Come
He was
Home.
in Lassie?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's one that I'll never watch. I have no desire to see Lassie. And I love dogs, but come on. No.
What's up, Lassie? Did Timmy fall down the well again?
Ugh. I mean, that's right. It was Roddy McDowall like a dog serial killer, and Lassie had to stop him, and they fell off a bridge together.
That would be probably a far infinite better movie.
No. Hey, I've seen all the Benji movies, and that's enough for me. I don't need to see any more.
Oof.
Oh, but the Chevy Chase Benji movie is the best one.
I'll give
where
you that.
he's the dead ghost, or
My grandmother
I forget what the name of that
loved the
one is.
Benji movies.
yeah.
Like, she had a stuffed toy, like the life-size stuffed toy of Benji.
Oh, they made one of those. Oh.
If they didn't, she either made it herself or got it custom made from a friend, but
See,
she had
they
a
need to
life-size fucking Benji.
They need to make one of those. Oh, Heavenly Dog. That's what it was. They need to make a whole Heavenly Dog with Chevy Chase dialogue. I would love for that. I mean, they make everything nowadays. Why not make that one too? For the one person that wants it, me.
Exactly. That's why they won't, because only one person wants it.
They burn DVDs if just one person wants it. Why can't they make me a stuffed animal with Chevy Chase? Shit. Steal Fletch lines. I don't care. I just want
Steal
a Benji
Fletch
dog talking like Chevy Chase.
I mean, look, petition the company that originally did it and see what you can do. I mean, come on, they somehow got Banana Splits as a fucking horror film.
Wait, what now?
The Banana Splits?
Became a horror film?
Yes.
Oh,
Last year, it came out as a horror film through, and I thought it was an indie project at first.
Yeah.
Like, somehow some random company got the rights to Banana Splits off Warner Brothers.
Wait, was it a horror film like that dumbass game where you're not watching a teddy bear and the teddy bear gets you? Or
No, it's not like Five Nights.
Yeah.
No. Like, I don't know all that much about it because I haven't watched it. But I thought it was like some random indie company got the rights off Warner Brothers to just do what they wanted. But no. Warner Brothers, through one of their independent branches, just decided, we're going to turn the Banana Splits into a horror movie.
Yeah, well, then you know exactly what I'm doing as soon as the podcast is over. I'm looking at
You're going to find it?
Yeah, I got to at least see the trailer. I'm thinking that they got to be serial killers or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like they're I'm almost positive that's what it is. It's the Banana Splits are like real, and it's not like people in a suit.
Yeah.
And they just start killing people. I want to say that that's what it is, just based on the box art.
Oh, it's got to be. The box art shows them as the full-fledged furries?
Well, it's them as the Banana Splits.
Yeah.
And it's a live action, so it's not like animated or nothing.
Oh, see, okay.
It's literally just they made new costumes of the Banana Splits.
You sure this is not an April Fool thing?
I'm positive because you can buy the fucking DVD at Walmart.
Okay. Wait, at Walmart?
You can buy the fucking DVD at Walmart.
I thought it was just a direct or a Warner Brothers direct thing.
Yeah, I direct the video.
No.
Yeah, it's not like to the streaming service. No, like they probably have it there, but
no. They have a burn to DVD it's stuff that they don't put out like Herculoids. They
Dude, the Herculoids.
They haven't put that out, but you can order it
Oh, wow.
and get like the whole seasons. I don't know
I
if they
didn't know
give
that.
any behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, there's a bunch of old cartoons you can just order the DVD for.
So I didn't know that because dude, I love the Herculoids.
Yeah, now not sure if they never showed up, but I'm pretty sure they haven't. Like I need to look into that to get Thundar, the Barbarian.
Thundar Barbarian.
That was always
Thundar.
my favorite.
Knock off Chewbacca.
No, he came first.
Yeah, technically.
Actually,
no.
yeah. Wait a
No,
minute.
because Thundar was
No.
in the 80s.
No, Thundar. No, was it the 80s or was it just?
I'm almost positive Thundar came out in the 80s. We'll look it up after podcast.
Okay, because a lot of those 60s cartoons, they just kept on showing me and showing me and showing me.
I want it. Like it could have been from
Yeah, it
the
was
80s
probably-
earlier, but I'm pretty
had to
sure
be the
that
80s,
came out
yeah.
in the 80s.
Yeah, no, yeah, because the animation was too good for it to be
Yeah, like it was still Hanna
from
Barbera.
the 60s.
But
Yeah.
and all right, I think with that we're gonna leave it here, and we'll pick this up again next week.
And
Thank
we're
you.
going to talk about the banana splits.
Fine, I'll rent it and I'll watch it
Awesome.
tomorrow. So this has been Two Geek Debate. I've been Justin
And Bob.
and Bob, and we will catch you on next week.